Lads, I'm not gonna lie. This result has brought me back down to earth. This result has absolutely brought me back down to earth. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After winning 3 in a row, I was becoming a bit leery. I was getting a bit leery. I was getting excited. And don't get me wrong, I stand by everything that I said in the previous match reaction. It's just... this result is an absolute cushioner. This is... it kills the momentum. Look, all I'm saying is we got hit with our own medicine today. We got hit with our own medicine. Because usually we play direct, we play the way we do, we stay compact, right? But it just seemed like we were constantly under pressure. And, we had no real control over the game. We conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes within the second half because our defence absolutely slept. And what's our midfield doing? Like, something I praised Amram for against Brighton. Let Casemiro boss the midfield. Let Bruno boss the midfield. Absolutely non-existent, the midfield today. Non-existent. Look, Lamens did all he could. Like, he couldn't have done anything with the goals. Solid performance. Alright, Defense. People could argue that it was their fault for the goals. Which, I don't know, could be. But at the same time, if Ahmed's in back post and they put a tall player on him like that, there's absolutely no wonder. Midfield absolutely non-existent today. It just didn't exist. Look, as I say, we got hit with our own medicine today. Forest were compact. They got us with the counter attack. They played directly. It's an absolute killer. Absolute killer. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not all doom and gloom. We're unbeaten in 4, which is great. It's just very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Considering the run of form we were in. I mean, Brian Mbeumo, the first bad-ish game he's had in a Man United shirt, to be completely transparent with you. I didn't see him in the first half at all. I didn't see him. Only in the second half, when we were playing over his side, I started seeing a bit. But you know what? Where was the intensity today? Where was it? Like, we were trying to do quick combos. It didn't work. Where was the intensity from the midfield? Where was Casemiro? Putting a challenge in. I mean, he scored a goal, yeah, but there was absolutely no intensity in that midfield. Like, both of us, so Forest and United, both the midfield was non-existent. Where were we going for the second balls? I feel like we were far too passive. Like, usually we press for those second balls. Usually our position is absolutely spot on with those second balls. But we just let Forest, control the game. And, we both had good chances. I mean, 2 players I have to give credit for this performance is, first of all, Luke Shaw in the first, 15 minutes, absolutely amazing. He was really good. And also Benjamin Sesko. Honestly, the guy in the first 15-20 minutes. Oh my days. It was the Benjamin Šeško show, lads. It was absolutely insane. He was linking up play. He was trying to do, he was trying to create chances. He got the ball. The amount of times he got the ball against 2 Forest players was absolutely insane. His agility was mad. It was crazy. But it just didn't work. Like, we just couldn't take our chances. As I say, it isn't all doom and gloom. We're unbeaten in 4. But we could and maybe should have won that game. And before you guys start, don't you even dare get me started on this conversation. Oh, United should have lost that game. The ball isn't out on the United corner that gives, Casemiro the chance to score. Look, if I can find it, I'll bring it up on the screen here. But if you rewatch the replay, if you rewatch Match of the Day, you can clearly see the ball is more out than it is in. So don't you dare start hitting me with the controversy of, the corner shouldn't have counted, United shouldn't have scored, Forest should have won that game. Shut up. Listen, the German/Austrian media were absolutely over it. They were like, no, the corner shouldn't have counted. Look, going by their logic, we should have had a penalty when Brian Mbeumo goes down in the box, going by their logic. But the corner was given, which was good. We scored. Penalty wasn't given. Fair enough. But as I say, going by their logic, we should have had a penalty. For people who say, the United goal shouldn't have stood because it wasn't a corner. It was definitely a corner, okay? On the second half, Jesus Christ. The first 5 minutes, I swear to God, like, where was the defense? Like, if there's one thing I've noticed in the last couple games, we're like a Jenga tower. You know the game Jenga, where you have to try and push the little wooden stones out, right? And you got to make sure it doesn't collapse. We're like a Jenga tower. You take one little thing out, and we absolutely collapse. Like, if you're not careful, everything collapses, and that's how I felt the last couple games, because we've started really well. We've got the first few stones out, but then you make one wrong move, or in our case, it's half time, and we absolutely collapse. I mean, we never had real control over the game anyway, because Sean Dyche and Forest were playing, intensive football, and that's why I'm saying we were hit by our own medicine today. But still, we absolutely collapsed. Like, we couldn't have done anything with both goals. We conceded 2 goals and both goals were the same. Absolutely mad. Also, shout out to Elliot Anderson. He had an absolutely class game. He was here, there and everywhere. He closed, the amount of times he closed Mbeumo down on that right side in the second half is mad. Genuinely. The midfield battles he had were absolutely insane. Were absolutely crazy. But look. Coming. But look. I mean, it's an absolute momentum killer. We go to Spurs next. I think it's Spurs at home, I think, at Old Trafford. I'm confident we can beat them. But look, the result is just very, very disappointing. Also, I want to just say very quickly, where is Amrim? Like, Amrim was doing nothing over the touchline. All he did was bring Dorgu. Where's Kobe Mainu? you know, in a scrappy game like that, you need Kobe, you need composure. But he's not bringing them on. He's not, you know, bringing Ugarte on also for some reason. Because those are the two guys that, as I say, Kobe brings you composure, and Mainu just Kobe brings you composure, and Ugarte just presses like hell. So the you know, interaction from the manager, you know, the subs, you know, action from the manager from the touchline was just not there. And in total, I just think the draw was deserved. And you know, shout out to Ahmad. What a goal! What a banger! You know, unlucky for that goal line clearance shot, but in general, I think it was deserved because it was a very scrappy game, very intense game, and yeah, as I say, we go to you know, Tottenham come to us next, so let's keep the streak going, and hopefully get back to winning ways next week at Old Trafford against Tottenham. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for today's video. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any future match reactions. Also, do not forget to hit that hype button, ladies and gentlemen, as it helps and supports the growth of the channel. That would be absolutely amazing. Also, give me a follow on TikTok, ScottyGamer_TT, all small case, and also give me a follow on Twitch, ScottyGamer_live, all small case. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying thank you very much for watching, and with that, it's Scotty out. Peace.